Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift each of you like wheat. Now, most of you are not farmers, so you don't know what he means. But basically, wheat, just think of a big, tall piece of grass that has a shell around the seed that's in the middle. And so the process of sifting is the process of rolling the outside protective husk to get at the valuable wheat that's inside. Listen to me, if you're married, do you know what Satan wants to do to your marriage in 2019? He wants to do this. He wants to sift you. If you're a teenager in 2019, this is what he wants to do. Your parents don't know everything. They don't really love you. They don't really care for you. He wants to sift you. He wants to pull you away from the protective shell that God has given you. And he wants to sift you. And this process is intentional and methodical. And eventually, it will work if you let it. Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift each of you like wheat. My enemy is personal, but it's not physical. Some of you think your enemy is your spouse, or your ex, or your kids, or your boss, right? It's not any of them. It's Satan. He's personal, but he's not physical. He may be using someone in front of you, but he's not in front of you. Jesus knew this when he was crucified. He said, Father, forgive them. Forgive the people who nailed my hands to the cross. Forgive the people who whipped me. Forgive the people who insulted me. Forgive the people who made racist comments against me. Why? For they know not what they do. They're just a pawn in the devil's hands. Paul says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. You need to stop hating people and start hating your enemy. You need to recognize him. You need to recognize him. The Apostle Paul says we are not unaware of Satan's schemes. Many of you are clueless. What does the devil want to do? Jesus says he wants to steal, kill, and destroy. My enemy wants to steal my joy. Why don't we wake up every day? This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. We wake up every day. I'm alive again. Nothing impresses us anymore. Nothing. Right? You go to the airport. People just arrived on a rocket through the air. How was your flight? Boring. You were on a rocket in the air at 40,000 feet, traveling 600 miles an hour. How was it? Boring. The internet didn't work. Nothing gets us going. Nothing gets us excited. I went to a professional football game. 2 girls in front of me. They didn't look at the game the whole time. They took selfies of themselves. Never even took a selfie pointing towards the field. I was like in 15 photos. It's like, what? Why do you want me in your photos? I'm not even a ram. The enemy steals our joy. Nothing's great anymore. Right? We're always trying to improve things. It's like, new and improved sweetener. I didn't know sugar needed improvement. The enemy wants to steal my joy. That's what's happened in many of your marriages. Your joy has been stolen. It's been stolen. The joy of your family has been stolen. The joy of work has been stolen. The joy of meaning has been stolen from you. And when he steals my joy, you know what he does? He kills my hope. Man, I have been so convicted by this one point in my sermon all week long. You'd be amazed at how much hope you've lost. Just look in your conversation when you talk about a family member or a friend. Oh, they'll never change. You know what happened? Your hope's been killed. My marriage will never be fixed. My kids will never do that. I'll never get promoted. Your hope's been killed. We worship a God of hope. A God of hope. Even if we die, we have hope. Even if the end is here, we have hope. That's why the Bible says we do not grieve as pagans do, because we have hope. We worship a God who died and rose. The enemy wants to steal my joy, kill my hope, and write this down and never forget it, destroy my life. What does the devil want to do? He wants to devour you. Does that go well for anyone? Like, I can think of one person who survived a devouring. His name was Job, but he came out stinky and smelly. Right? You don't think about that, but if you're in a belly of a whale for 3 days, I'm guessing you smell. Devoured. I have watched marriages devoured. I have watched young people devoured. Man, I've watched middle-aged people get devoured. I've watched old people get devoured. Listen to me. It takes a lifetime to build a great life. It takes one stupid decision to destroy it. One decision. My favorite Instagram account that I follow is Nature is Metal, right? Because our kids are lied to. Nature's your friend. She loves you. Run into nature and let her embrace you. Yeah, do that. And call me when you're greeted by the mosquitoes. Oh yes, we want to love you. I love Nature is Metal because nature is harsh, it's brutal, it's nasty. It's why God in Genesis 4 said, you must subdue the earth. It's either you or them. And Nature is Metal, man. There's always, once a week, there's always some dumb gazelle. Oh, look, I found a water hole all to myself. No one else drinks from this purified Aquafina well. I will go and indulge by myself. And we all know what's going to happen because it doesn't make Instagram if it just drinks. Right? There's no such thing as 1 million views for a drinking gazelle. What's going to happen to that gazelle? Oh. Man, you know there's an alligator coming out of that thing like a bolt of lightning, and it's going to grab onto that gazelle's face. What a way to go. Can you imagine looking at the mouth as you're swallowed? Oh, that was unfortunate. The enemy wants to destroy your life. And some of you are going to be distracted. I don't need to go to church. Look at that pond over there. No one's over there. I'm going to go over there. I don't need church. I'm just going to spend a little alone time. I need some me time. Me and that pond. So what happened to Bob? He drank alone.